Thank you, farmers, for tuning in to yet another informative edition of your program. This is Agricultural New Directions Agribusiness in support of Vision 2030, where we discuss everything within the agricultural fraternity here in Zimbabwe, which leads to profitability, sustainability, as well as how we can contribute to the gross domestic product of our country. Today, we are going to be looking at technological advancements within animal nutrition, where we are saying manufacturers are now embracing biotechnology, the use of artificial intelligence in order to produce feed that is of quality, that meets the standards and expectations of the consumers. Today I am coming to you from Pearl Holdings, where I'm going to be talking to Arnold Norupiri, the Group Marketing and Innovation Executive here at Pearl Holdings. This and more on agribusiness in support of Vision 2030. Stay tuned. Arnold, thank you so much for joining us today. Now, as we get into our discussion, this is going to be an introductory segment where we are speaking of pertinent issues in the agricultural fraternity. We speak to animal nutrition, which is a direct determinant of profitability or sustainability for any farmer who's looking to venture in animal production. Maybe a brief introduction or synopsis of your organization. I know that you are into animal nutrition, relying heavily on technological advancements, but for the sake of our audience who are watching, a brief introductory statement or synopsis of what you guys are into.
Okay. Thank you, Wadzanai. Like you alluded, my name is Arnold Norupiri. I am the Group Marketing and Innovation Executive here at Pearl. And as Pearl Holdings, we are a holding company. And within our group of companies, there is Agri-Milling Maize Milling Division, Pearl Snack Division, Agri-Milling Stock Feeds Division, and Pearl Freight Division. And right here where we are standing, and the reason why you are here is for our division, which is Agri-Milling Stock Feeds Division, where we are manufacturers of stock feeds.
Now, Arnold, given that you are into stock feed manufacturing and you are also as an organization, I know there is also plans of expansion, be it horizontal integration, vertical integration, diversification. What do you have in store for the Zimbabwean farmer who's looking to venture into animal production or even supporting some of their enterprises within their farming operations? What are your plans and look into the future?
Okay. So our plans here as Pearl or as Agri-Milling Stock Feeds, we are actually expanding into other animal feeds. Currently, we are manufacturers of broiler, roadrunner, and layers stock feeds, and we're expanding into other animals like pig, beef, dairy, and goat.
Okay.
That's where we are, and our plant capacity currently. We are running this plant, which is at 10 tons an hour, but we are expanding in the next couple of months. We'll be producing 18 tons an hour.
Okay.
And Wadzanai, in terms of technology, this plant is only run by one person.
Oh, okay.
This happens over the internet. So in terms of technology, we're actually number one in Zimbabwe currently. No one is above us. It's a newly built plant, and that's us as Agri-Milling and our plans, our short-term plans as an organization.
Now, Arnold, you spoke of the importance of having technology, and as I was listening to you talk, I could figure it out, and also just wanting to reiterate on the importance of having technology coming in with precision and also cutting costs that come with maybe human labor as well as human capacitation and stuff. You are saying this is even managed on the internet, where you have one person operating this machine. Now, looking at the importance of technology, we also do have some of those organizations who are producing this feed not under technological supervisions. What are your sentiments? What have you discovered as a seasoned innovative executive? What have been your observations with regards to embracing, enhancing technological advancements when it comes to manufacturing or producing animal nutrition or animal feed?
So Wadzanai, so the reason why we reduced human interference when it comes to our stock feeds plants is because we want to maintain the quality for the product. We don't want the product to be contaminated in any way. So that's one of the reasons for that. The other reason is we are trying to lower our costs of production. So the moment that we remove that, our cost of production becomes lower. So we're able to supply the market with the stock feeds that they can afford. So we'll be getting into the market and we'll be really undercutting the prices to make sure that the farmer is profitable in the way that they'll be raising their animals.
Now, finally, as we close this segment, Arnold, just your sentiments, a short word of advice to our farming community with regards to interacting with you guys. I understand that you are not, I wouldn't say a brand new formulated organization. You've been in the game. But those who want to just understand what you're into, your words of encouragement, opening your doors to the Zimbabwean animal producers community.
To our farmers, I would like to let them know that our doors are open. We are everywhere in the country. We've got our shops and we've got distributors, so they can find us in any of the agricultural shops. Even online, we are there. We've got online platforms. We've got a hotline. So we are very much accessible to give them advice on how to run their businesses or how to raise their animals which we'll be feeding. And we've got a couple of partners that we've got. So when it comes to the farmer, we are with you, holding your hand from the day that you introduce our feed to the day that you harvest your product.
Thank you so much, Arnold, for that. And I like that little effect of having the farmer's back, holding the farmer's hand up to the bank, up to when they begin the initial stages of marketing and selling their produce. It was a pleasure having you with us today. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, Wadzanai.
There you hear it, viewers. On that note, we've come to the end of the first segment. We're going to go on a short commercial break. We'll be right back with this and more in the second segment. Stay tuned. Thank you, farmers, for staying tuned to Agriculture and New Directions Agribusiness, where today we are looking at the important issues when it comes to animal production. We are looking at animal nutrition. And as you can see here at Agri Milling, they have invested in technological advancements that speak to precise and well-produced feed for our Zimbabwean animal producers. Now, viewers, encourage you to be a part of these conversations. Feel free to get in touch with the producer, Wadzanai Manyore, on 0772-807-506. Alternatively, you can like our Facebook page, Agribusiness with Wadzanai, make a follow-up on this episode and more, and leave your comments and suggestions. They are most welcome to us. Our YouTube channel is Agribusiness with Wadzanai. On LinkedIn, we have a growing, thriving community where most of these discussions do take place. Our profile there is at Wadzanai Manyore, and on X, formerly known as Twitter, it's at Agribusiness 110. Now, earlier on from the break, I was joined by Arnold here, who was just enlightening us on a background and the investment that this organization has partnered with to ensure that they are fulfilling and satisfying the Zimbabwean market with regards to animal feed and those who are looking to invest in animal production. At this point in time, I've taken the liberty of inviting the General Manager, Stockfish Section, Trevor Volker. Trevor, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, as we get into our discussion, Trevor, with regards to quality, I know that whenever customers come in to purchase their feed, they are most seized with issues surrounding quality. Are they feeding their cattle, their livestock, or their chickens? Are they giving them feed that is top-notch, that has been well produced? With regards to quality as an organization, how are you ensuring that the feed that you're producing is of top quality?
Thank you, and that's a great question. Quality is obviously at the heart of everything we do. Without a quality product, we are worthless. So quality is part of our DNA,
Yes.
our DNA. So we've invested heavily in a fully equipped laboratory. We have a dedicated quality assurance team whose sole job it is to talk us through and monitor every single stage of the manufacturing process. But it doesn't start at manufacturing. So what happens is we buy a lot of raw materials, maize, soya meal, various raw materials that go into our feed. Each delivery we get is tested by the quality lab to ensure that we are receiving the top quality raw materials to go into a product. You can't bake a cake with rotten flour.
Yes.
So for us, a real key issue is maintaining the quality of our raw materials.
Okay.
Anything that doesn't meet the required specifications is rejected.
Okay.
And we will not take it into our production facility. Once it's past the quality control section, it then comes into our storage area. We have rat bait stations all over the place, obviously for rats, weevils, anything. We don't want any infestation of our raw materials while they're within our control. From there we move into the production process. So we've got different recipes that we produce. Quality control during the manufacturing process. We'll be taking samples of the raw materials to check that what we're making is meeting all the required standards. At the bag off section, we maintain the quality of the bags. We check the quality of the bags that we've received. The stitching that is done on the bags is checked, and only once it's got a QC stamp will it then go into our finished goods warehouse, where it's now ready to go out to our farmers, to our valued customers.
Yes. Now, Trevor, looking at where we are standing right now, we are in front of a monogastric plant.
Yes.
The reason why I want us to touch briefly on that, not too technical, not too deep, but you know that in Zimbabwe at times our farmers are cutting corners, purchasing their feed from people from unreputable sources who are just manufacturing under the tree or within any shed. But here you have invested in laboratories. In front of us is a monogastric plant. Normally what takes place, just a brief rundown of the activities within the plant. I understand that from speaking to Arnold, he was speaking of how you have invested heavily in your technological advancements.
Yes. So thank you. This is we're very proud. This is a fully automated plant, whereby we've got one operator who operates the whole plant from a computer. We've got an offsite team in Turkey that can log onto our machine at any point if we have any problems. So basically what we do here is we get all our raw materials in different ratios, depending on what product we're making. It goes into a mill, it all gets ground up, it then goes into a mixer where it's all thoroughly mixed. We then add our premixes, which has got all your amino acids and all the real important stuff. And then if we're making pellets, we'll go through a pelleting process or a crumbing process if we're making crumbs, and then an automated bag off system at the end of the plant. So it is fully automated, which reduces the margin for error, so that we can get a consistently quality product out. We know that from one batch to the next, the quality will remain the same throughout.
Now, Trevor, as we close this segment, all that you have touched on speaks to the heavy investment where you are saying you have the farmer at heart. This is all to ensure that the Zimbabwean farmers are getting the best quality of feed, so that when they go to the market, they also make a living off of their animal ventures or their animal production ventures. As we close this segment, Trevor, your word of advice to our Zimbabwean farmers with regards to purchasing their feed from reputable organizations, those who are investing, those who are spending money, they are putting in their capital injections to ensure that the market is satisfied, and there come some rent seekers masquerading as animal nutrition experts, giving them feed that is inappropriate, that does not lead to profitability or sustainability. Your word of advice in closing, purchasing your feed from a reputable organization.
Absolutely, and nothing could be closer to the truth. Farmers, please, you invest a lot of money in your day-old chicks.
Yes.
You invest your time, your energy, you've set up houses, you've set up drinkers. Why cut corners on the most important part of the program? Your feed is the heart of your business. Please do not cut corners. We have invested a lot of time. We've got an external nutritionist who's highly qualified and guides us all the way. Not only that, we also offer after-sales service. So if you are having any problems, you can come to us at any time, day or night, phone our technical team and say, help. If you're not buying from a reputable company, you will not get the results you deserve to have, and you won't have the backup service you deserve to have. So please don't cut corners. Come to one of our branches anywhere in the country and we will gladly assist you.
Thank you so much, Trevor, for that. There you heard it, viewers. Trevor emphasizing on the importance of purchasing your feed from reputable organizations, given that they have your back up until to the marketing stages where you will be selling off your livestock. We're going to go on a short commercial break, but right back with this and more in the third and final segment. Stay tuned. Still on animal nutrition, Thank you, Zimbabwe, for staying tuned to Agriculture and New Directions, Agribusiness in support of Vision 2030. And we are still looking at animal nutrition. We are here in the third and final segment. And I've taken the liberty of inviting Bridget Rusere. She is the National Sales Manager, Agri-Milling. Bridget, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Adza.
Yes. Bridget, as a National Sales Manager, the animal nutrition side of agri-milling, what is that imperative role that you play within the livestock production industry of Zimbabwe?
Okay, so as agri-milling stock feeds, we believe that an informed farmer is a powerful farmer. So through our products and services that we do provide, we don't just produce stock feed and sell. We work together with these farmers in making sure that they get the best out of the products they will be using. So when we formulate these feeds, we formulate in a way that will allow animals to get all the nutrients they need at the different stages of production. So by doing so, it will allow animals to fully express their genetic potential. That's why we end up having faster growth, animals that are healthy, and also where we'll be able to maximize productivity, like getting higher laying percentages when we talk of layers, higher meat yields, higher milk yields. So we are there to support livestock productivity in Zimbabwe, so that farmers also, they get the best returns out of their investments. That will also allow them to continue running their businesses and also expand. So in a nutshell, we are there to contribute to food security through provision of quality nutrition.
Now, Bridget, from your contribution to the livestock industry in Zimbabwe, you would find that we are looking at issues surrounding farmer interaction, your accessibility, your availability to farmers, how they can interact with you guys, looking at certain events or programs that you have put in place to ensure that the Zimbabwean farmer is well educated, is given enough knowledge to undertake their operations.
Okay, thank you, Wadza. So as agri-milling stock feeds, we also do work together with these farmers. We do trainings for free. So we train farmers in form of groups to empower and equip them with the practical knowledge and skills they need to run their businesses and also reduce some of the challenges they normally face. So we also do free farm visits. We go to the farms, we follow our product to check on product performance. Where there is need for provision of technical advice, we do provide for free. Then we also interact with farmers through various ways, like we do attend events as well. Farmer field days, we also go there and support physically. We also attend conferences. Every gathering where there are farmers, we make sure that we are there so that we continue interacting and working together with these farmers. So we also have got our social media platforms, like our Instagram. They can reach us at Agri-Milling. We've got our Facebook page, which is very vibrant, Agri-Milling stock feeds. Then our website, which is fully functional and very active, where they can visit us at www.agrimillingstockfeeds.co.zw.
Okay, now Bridget,
and our WhatsApp groups as well. So we've got shops widely distributed in this country. So we also have WhatsApp groups where we can have constant communication with farmers, and also a WhatsApp channel that we also have as Agri-Milling.
Now, Bridget, as we close this segment, you would find that at times there are people masquerading as those who are consultants or looking to educate the Zimbabwean farmer, whereby farmers are being taken into classrooms and are being taught on how to formulate their own feed. And at times it does not yield the desired results. What are your sentiments, the importance of animal nutrition within any animal production venture, any livestock venture, aside from having our Zimbabwean farmers saying that we can do it on the farm, I can formulate my own feed? Your word of advice with regards to investing in proper systems or regimen of animal nutrition as we round off this segment.
Okay, yeah, yes, we found out that people do try different ways of feeding animals. So some they can make their own feed, but what I can encourage is that they have to make sure that they are doing it correctly, because the aim of formulating a feed is to make sure that you are producing a diet that will meet the nutritional requirements of a certain species of animal, be it broiler, and at a certain stage of production. So different stages of production have got different nutritional requirements. So the aim is to make sure that you satisfy those needs. So to those who might be using, because there are different options on the market, some they can go for complete feeds. Currently we are producing complete feeds where they can just feed straight from the bed. And there's guaranteed quality in terms of all the nutrients that are available. There's no labor, it's just feeding straight away, something that you know is meeting the nutritional requirements.
Not to mention the backup services whereby you can call to inquire if you encounter any occurrences.
Yes. So if we're looking at those that make their own feed now, some they use concentrates where they need to mix with crushed maize. Some they use premixes where they need to source other different raw materials. So the bottom line is you need to make sure that from raw material selection, you select raw materials and use raw materials of good quality. You also do your proper weighing. You also do your proper
which can be
mixing as
cumbersome.
well. Yes, which can be cumbersome. Unlike just buying
a
bag which is just complete.
That has gone through all the stages, the laboratory, the checks.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Bridget, for that.
Thank you,
There you had it, viewers. We have come to the end of this week's edition where we are looking at animal nutrition, looking at it from a perspective of an organization that has invested heavily in technological advancements to ensure that the market is satisfied. Those who are looking to venture into broiler chicken management, layers production, goats, dairy, etc., they are well catered for, where we have a premise with a laboratory, a storeroom, various distributors, all centered on satisfying the Zimbabwean farmer and equipping him with the necessary resources for the lucrativeness and the sustainability of the business. From me, your host, Zinai Manyora, I'm also on Instagram, is at Wadzi110, and the crew behind the scenes. Have yourselves a fabulous evening. Thank you for watching.